Hi there, it's me, Miss Gray, talking about my absolute favourite subject, the Google Classroom. Now, because I'm in a primary school, you might hear some music in the background because I'm next to some guitar lessons. There's never a dull moment here, so if you can hear some lovely music, that's our guitarists at work. Now, the Google Classroom, some of us are new to it, some of us have just plain forgotten how to use it, and that's fine. Hopefully, this short instructional video will give you everything that you need to help you access the Google Classroom and use it effectively. The first thing that you will need is your child's username and password. Now, when teachers hand out usernames and passwords, they may on occasion forget to put the domain in. And so your child might come home with a password, which is their first name and their first initial usually. So my name's Sarah Gray, so it'd be Sarah G. And then their password, which is personal to them. When they log in at school, because we use Chromebooks, they're managed devices and they already have our domain names in. So if you're logging on at home, you'll have to add it. And the domain, I'm just going to type it into this bar here, is at stmarys916.hearts.sch.uk. So for example, if I was a child logging in, I'd be Sarah G, like this, okay? That would be my username. So I have created a classroom here and I'm going to log into it. Now, as you can see, I'm logged in as me at the moment, so my lovely pictures there. But I've created a test student so you can see things. It looks slightly different from a teacher view to a pupil view. So the first thing I need to do is to log in. Now, if I'm using a Chromebook, you log in at the very beginning using your child's credentials. If you're logged in as you will not be able to access the classroom. Only the children's credentials will work. So if you're using a Chromebook, log in with their name, Sarah G, at stmarys916.hearts.sch.uk. Obviously their name, don't do it with my name, that won't work. Now, if you're using a laptop, I have a laptop here, it's slightly different. So I've opened up Google Chrome. As you can see, I'm signed in as me. Many of you at home will have this same situation because you use it for work. But all you need to do is click on the icon and then add a new person. So I'm going to sign in and I hope I've got it right. St Mary's 916.hearts.sch.uk. Yes. Okay, and I'll just put my password in. And oh no, I hate this. Why does it have to do this while I'm doing a video? No one can read that writing. Fingers crossed. Oh, come on. Right, here we go. So I'm here and now I'm logged in. Now, sometimes it has been known that this will throw me back to my account because my computer's used to me being on there. So keep a little eye on here. If things go right, all you do is just click on that icon again and log in as a person. Okay, so here's the Google Classroom. Now, all of your children have been automatically added to the Google Classrooms. There should be no need for a code. If you're being asked for a code, something's gone wrong. So what you can do is, if you need to, bring the device into school. I can put you onto our network, not onto our network, onto our Wi-Fi, and I can show you on your particular device if you need. If not, perhaps we can do a Zoom meeting or something and share screens. Here we go. So this is my practice classroom. And first thing that you'll see when you go in is the stream. Now, the stream's a great way of communicating with people. So sometimes teachers might put announcements on there. So for example, I might use it as an extra way of sharing class newsletters or sharing some work or something that's really nice, and the children will be able to respond to it. So you just click and type in there. Now, some teachers have these turned on, some teachers have them turned off. It depends on what they want to use them for. They should be used responsibly. Online safety is absolutely vital, and so this is a really good opportunity for children to learn to use the internet responsibly and safely. When you move past the stream, we have classwork. And you can see that I've set some homework for this student. Now, if you click on the icon, then it will open up a preview. It's better to open up the full assignment because you can see there's some more things in, some more attachments. Now this year we've changed homework very slightly so that we're still going to be sending it out via the Google Classroom, reducing printing, looking after the environment. But children can respond in homework books or submit this way. So it doesn't matter how you do it. We want to make homework accessible. We want to make it work for you and your family life. So you can choose to respond however you like. So in this instance, I've set a quiz for spellings. So we open up the quiz and we've been practicing different ways of making the A phoneme, A sound for anyone who's not a phonics whiz. I've been practicing really hard. I put the name in the wrong place. There we go. And choose the correct spelling they, okay? And I submit it. Now, the great thing about these quizzes is you can get instant feedback and I can say, well done me. I've got it all right. But it doesn't matter if you haven't got it all right, because if I'd have made a mistake, it would tell me that it was incorrect. That would it would signpost me to the right one. That's going to create new neural pathways, and that's going to make my brain grow, as all of the children in year 3 know, and that's going to develop our learning. So that's a really nice way of doing things. It's nice, quick, and easy as well. There's also no reason why you couldn't write this out in your book if you would prefer. So I can close that and go back to my classroom, and that's already submitted for me there. So I'm going to go back to my classwork. Now you can see, because I've completed my spellings task, it's now greyed out. So a nice easy way to see what is outstanding is if it's been greyed out or is in a bold colour. The colour will change depending on the theme of the classroom, but it will be bold or greyed out depending on if it's done. So let's have a look at our next assignment. Remember to open the view assignment properly. So it says select one of these activities. Very simple instructions. And you can see over here, I have attached a Google Doc, and this is the homework menu. This is just a really not very pretty version of it, just to really quickly show you what it might look like. Teachers will upload their files in different ways, but there'll be some form of attachment probably to show you. Now, you have a choice here. You could pick one of these lovelies. I fancy making a poster to explain the process of mummification. That sounds like fun. I'm going to do that for my homework this week. So what you could do is you can do that in your book. Nice and easy. If you'd rather use the Google Classroom to do it, that's not a problem either. So what you can do is you can either create a poster on here. You can edit this page as a copy for you, so it's all saved in your drive. Or if I close this, I can create a new thing. So if I add this, I can create a new, I think I might use slides because that's a bit more postery. And that's opened up there. Just change the title up here. Poster, for example, whatever you want to call it, and then you can work away on this. Really nice function here is insert image and search the web. And all of these image searches are safe. So if I wanted to search for an image, they're also not copyrighted, so you can use them without any worries. And then you could say, if I put in Egyptian mummy, and then some really good pictures come up. I think I'm going to go for this one, and just that inserts it. There we go, automatically. The great thing about using all of the Google apps is that they save automatically. So if you just watch up here, if I put something in, it saves it automatically. And so you never lose anything. There we go. So I've done it. Let's assume I've spent a bit more time on that. That's there. And then I can just click hand in, and that's done. If you're doing your work in your book, it'd be really helpful if you could still press hand in, because that's just a nice way to see who's accessed the classroom and see what they've done. So if I pop back to classwork, I can see that I've done all of my homework. Yay, go me. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Something else that you might find useful is sometimes I might want to go back and revisit something. So if I go open up a new Google tab, there's a waffle here, and I have my drive, then you can see all of my files that I've been using. And here, this is the first time I've accessed it on this computer, so it will end up reminders. All of my files are saved automatically in my drive, so you can find anything that you think you might have lost in here. Now, if you're accessing the Google Classroom via a Chromebook, then all of these will be available to you, and also a laptop or a desktop. If you're using a tablet or a mobile, for example, to access it, you may need to download some apps. So the apps that would be useful to download are Classroom, Drive, Docs, Sheets, Slides, and Forms. And I would say maybe Jamboards, depending on whether your teacher uses them or not. They would be the useful ones. Now, personally, I have found that Apple devices kind of get a little bit mad at Google for being pretty good as well. So they're not always hugely compatible. So I find if I access the Google Classroom on an iPad, for example, it's better to go in via Safari as a web browser or Google Chrome rather than going in via the app, because not all of the functions work brilliantly all of the time. Well, there we go. I hope that's been useful for you. I hope that I've answered all of your questions. If you have any other questions, please do feel free to drop me an email. I'm in year 3 now, so it's year3 at, you've guessed it, stmarys916.hearts.sch.uk. I hope that that's been helpful for you, and happy homeworking.